Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the week of February 7th. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Aries, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone that is not me, that is somebody impersonating me, please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, just a small percentage of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you watch my videos regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. Let's get all of the cards out here. Let's put everything in view and we'll get right into it for you, Aries. Now I have to say, I am liking what I'm seeing here for you. At first I thought maybe this would be one of those strictly business readings, but I do not think. I think there are messages in here for just about everybody that's interested, and yeah, really nice messages here so far that I see. But let's get into this. So energy on the bottom, you have the Hanging Man. Now the Hanging Man pretty much says that something has to give here, okay? They're holding on, they're resisting. As you can see that they are sort of dangling in air here. They're suspended in air. And really what this talks about is giving something up. Something has to give. Giving something up to get something else. It's this idea of that what the Hanging Man really needs is the Death card. And that's why when I see the Hanging Man and the Death card in a reading, I actually think it's a positive meaning. Maybe that will come in when we clarify. I always go through and clarify with another tarot deck. That might come through. But what the Hanging Man really needs is the energy of transformation, which is what the Death card offers. And so the reason being is because they are not moving. They are not growing from here. And so definitely I feel like some of you are going to cut the cable here and start free falling and seeing where you land, metaphorically free falling and seeing where you land here in this week. I also think, what was the other thing I was going to say with this? It just sort of, I just lost it here. If it comes in, I will go back to it. But I think that some of you are moving out of a period of, oh, I know what I was going to say. You can sometimes say that the Hanging Man, sorry about that, the Hanging Man can sometimes represent like going into a period of enlightenment. And so some people would argue that they're actually not, it's not that they're doing nothing, it's just that they are meditating here. But eventually you have to come out of meditation, and eventually you need to act on the wisdom that you've earned and the wisdom that you've learned through that period of meditation. And for me, they've stayed in this situation just a little bit too long, right? And so I think that that's changing here for you. You have a breath of fresh air on this reading, so let's just go ahead and get through it. Hopefully I'm not blabbing too much on the Hanging Man, but really the Hierophant here in the middle, in this middle card spills into the rest of the cards here. The Hierophant can represent potentially moving away from conformity. Because it talks about maybe conformity to traditional ideas or traditional thoughts or traditional ways of being. And with the Hanging Man, I get the sense that some of you are going to change that. In fact, I think some of you may have a burden right now on your hands as it relates to maybe a mentor, a parental figure, an old school person, or an old school 9-to-5 job in your life, Aries, that I think you're really letting go of here in this week. I'll get into more on that here as we go along. But in the past, you have the Ace of Swords, the World, and the Eight of Wands. So that's big. Okay, that's really good energy. The Ace of Swords represents a breakthrough, an epiphany, a mental clarity. It says that the clouds in the background are clearing, making way for something new, and it can represent a successful situation that leads to a new beginning, or a new beginning that leads to triumph in your life. It's a very positive card, and the thing is here, I'm going to skip over the World for a second, and it's met with this Eight of Wands energy, which the Eight of Wands is accelerated motion. It's getting unstuck. It's moving forward. It's moving ahead. Do you see how there are some clouds, but essentially the sun is coming up here. As you see, the pasture, the field is green. The animals are roaming free, and essentially things are beginning to clear here with this Eight of Wands. It can also represent travel. You actually have two major travel cards here with the World and the Eight of Wands, and the thing is, this could even represent international travel or long distance travel. This could be travel by flight, the Eight of Wands, travel by air. The World could be the same, but the Eight of Wands can also represent communication coming in from a distance, phone calls, letters, emails, texts. So something moving forward here. And the World is a cycle that's being completed in your life, or it may have already been completed, because this first column here is we look at the past when we look at the first column here. And so there's swift energy around a completion in the past here. Ace of Swords, quick breakthrough, mental clarity, mental thoughts. Eight of Wands, clarity, accelerated motion, breath of fresh air. The World, indicating that you've gone through a journey and you've now completed it. And with that, it comes with some level of reward at the end of at journey's end, when you get the World, like a success or a victory or an award or something like that. But the World also says, you may need to take time to reflect on the journey you've made in order to help yourself out on the next leg of the journey. So moving forward on the next leg of this journey, you have the Nine of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Wands here. So the thing is, you have the Nine of Wands into the Ten of Wands. Okay, these cards go one after the other, right? And the Nine of Wands in particular talks about potentially somebody who is stressed, they're a little bit weary, they're a little bit tired, they're frustrated, they're down on one knee. But what they can't see here is that they are just about to cross the finish line. And what's so interesting here is you are crossing the finish line with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands does say that you have reached the end of the suit of wands, which we're now building a theme here with the World, the 10. Tens in the tarot indicate completion, just like the World. The World's a bigger completion. But the thing about this is the Ten of Wands can say, yeah, you crossed the finish line, but you're also kind of carrying a burden. And it says that there's maybe more work to be done. But I would like to draw your attention to the 10 wands that they are holding. And each one of these wands can represent some sort of experience earned or knowledge gained along the way through the suit of wands. You definitely have knowledge here. You definitely have wisdom, experience with the World and the Ten of Wands. There's no question about it. The thing is, this is around conformity. This is around breaking free of a traditional way of being, thinking, operating, existing, with the Hanging Man and the Hierophant in the middle. So some of you are removing the burden. How did I even forget? How did I not even notice this? You have 8, 9, 10. You have a major progression in the wand suit. I didn't even notice that, right? So you have big things progressing in your life. This could be around work. Wands is the suit of work, career, enterprise, business, things along those lines. And so for some of you, like I said, you're breaking away from a 9 to 5 or something like this here. In the future, you have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Star. This is Gemini energy here, the Lovers. That's all about duality, the dueling nature. You can see 2 dolphins, 2 people. Gemini is all about duality. And with that, it says having to make an important choice in your life. Okay, so some of you, there could be a love situation here developing with the Lovers and the Nine of Cups. And this may come about after you break free from the traditional ways that you've been operating in, as we have that energy here. I also think that some of you just have a big choice to make in your career if this is not love at all. The Nine of Cups in particular is wishes coming true, and you have a lot of synchronicities in this reading, I have to tell you, Aries, because you have the other major wish card with the Star. Fulfillment of a wish here. They're joyful, they're happy, their small business is going well. The Star, wishes being granted. The person on the Star is a genie, and they grant wishes, right? But they're also in healing waters of renewal, and it talks about hope and optimism in the future. Notice how they're pouring out of their cup here, meaning they have a lot to give, they have a lot to get. And so the future is bright for you here. The star is an amazing omen to get, especially in a future position, and you have it combined with another wish card. So let's dive into this a little bit further and see what we might get. Now, if you're enjoying this reading, hit that like button, subscribe, and feel free to check out my email list. There's a link to that in the description below. All right. This is one of the more interesting readings I've done in quite a while here, Aries, I have to tell you. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So that is the Empress equivalent. That's all about abundance, resourcefulness, nurturing yourself. You have High Priestess, intend and create, as well, or excuse me, High Priest, my apologies, intend and create, as well as Eagle, see from a higher perspective, okay? So translating ideas into opportunities here with the High Priest energy, the Lady, and seeing from a higher perspective, and wow, Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Wow, okay, so notice how the star is pouring from the cup, indicating they are exchanging energy, they are giving, and presumably they're also filling up their chalice or their cup here as well. Well, that's an exchange of energy, okay? And the star is the sign of Aquarius. We are in Aquarius season. Aquarius is the humanitarian, but Aquarius season, I don't know if you know this, is a perfect time to donate. It's a perfect time to give back and receive, and this is coming in for you here. You have get more information. I'll tell you, Aries, I personally just donated a bunch of stuff. It felt amazing. It felt amazing. I even sold some things, and I got more than I thought I would for it. This situation will improve. You also have unlikely and helpful people. Okay, so I think what's going on here is some of you are, like I said, there's the oracle messages here in this group are really speaking to this Hierophant energy of letting go of tradition, letting go of conformity. And the first group here is talking about this star energy, which is all about exchanging to create abundance, giving and receiving here at this time. So let's dive into this a little bit more and see what else we have. Let's pull some additional tarot cards to clarify. Okay, so you have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords coming in once again in the same column here. In the past, you've had breakthroughs recently. You've had a clearing of any sort of mental, like if there's been, why do I feel like saying mental junk, or like mental scatteredness, or if your thought process has not been clear in the past, I feel like that is starting to clear. The way that you communicate, or the way that you communicate on ideas, like that's starting to clear here with the Eight of Wands and the double Ace of Swords. You also have the Eight of Pentacles, which is somebody who's like becoming a master in something. They are a builder, artisan, author, writer, singer, dancer, speaker, creator, or whatever they do. If you're not one of those things, what the Eight of Pentacles says is that whatever you do it with an element of like an artist's touch, or you do it with like a special sort of touch to whatever it is that you do. And so it says that you have a major talent in your life that's coming forward here. And with the world, it looks like you are really achieving fulfillment in a talent, or achieving like this level of mastery in whatever it is that you do. You also have the Six of Cups, which is about situations from the past potentially. But do you notice how this person is stopping to smell the roses here? It does say that, enjoy the time that you have now, okay? And the thing is, I do actually feel like, as this is in the past with the Hanging Man, and how I kind of went on about the Hanging Man for a long time, I get the sense that some of you are moving past the past, okay? And I think you're moving towards the future here in a big, big way. So you have, wow, okay, I was ready to see this. I thought we were going to get that. The Six of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Tower. A lot of signs, almost every sign has had the Tower in this middle column in the clarifications. I'm not concerned about it. I think there's something at the collective level coming in. In fact, the majority of your cards here are positive, so do not get stressed about this Tower. I actually think that there's just going to be I don't know. There could be an abrupt change to something here. And this could just be you taking action on like maybe notifying somebody or telling someone you're moving on. And this would probably be somebody that is like a family member or just a 9 to 5 or something traditional in your life. Page of Cups, you're a dreamer, and I also think the Page of Cups here is talking about letting your inner child out and letting that side of yourself play here, as you see the Six of Cups and the Page of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. Okay, do you see the scale here, the financial balance? It's the idea that the act of giving is just as important as receiving. It does not surprise me that you got this. So let's move forward here. Yeah, look, Temperance, Lovers, and the Eight of Cups. So you have the Sagittarius energy coming in here with the Temperance card. We have the Lovers coming in twice. And so, you know, I think what else is going on here with that Temperance energy, I feel like, you know, this is talking about alchemy as well. Do you see how this person is mixing and combining elements between the chalices there? So this is about achieving balance in your life. It can represent soulmates, but it says that in achieving your personal balance, a soulmate will arrive. So it says that as you balance yourself out, someone will step in and they will probably have a deep connection with you, especially as you have the Lovers twice and the Nine of Cups, which is a really good energy for you. This is about walking away, the Eight of Cups. As you walk away from something or someone, everything comes forward for you here, Aries, with the Star, the Eight of Cups. You also have this King of Wands, more Sag or fire energy here showing up. It could be you as well, Aries, any fire sign, but it's also like an energy of entrepreneurship and somebody who's also a major talent, very good at what they do. So this is an amazing energy for you. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. Let's pull some additional messages here. Okay, so you have concern, message of concern, marriage, distant horizons, toil and labor, mature woman. Yeah, look, there's some of you just have like, look, you also have this sudden wealth here on the bottom. I get this, I'm trying to really translate it to words, but I get this energy of you giving or you're either giving or you're removing a blockage, and through that process you're creating massive abundance in your life with this great fortune, distant horizons, and all this idea of the Star, the double Lovers cards, the Hanging Man, letting your inner child out, like all of this energy, the Six of Pentacles. And so I definitely feel like you're either giving or you're letting go of something, and whatever it is that you want is coming forward here. So I really love this energy. I feel like this is all I want to say or need to say in this reading. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.